welcome to the ultimate Cypher guide for Bind. Today I'm going to be showing you guys everything you need to know to become a successful Cypher player on Bind. First off, on the A site, I'm going to show you guys rapid fire trips for you to get free picks in your comp games. First one right here, this is a trip recently used in VCT and it got a lot of insane kills because it's hard to break. You line up on the side of this sign right here. It's a little bit precise, but you can get it and it goes across site, and anyone walking in the site to plant the bomb is a free kill. Next trip I like to do is this U-Haul trip, and right here, if you guys don't know this, if you crouch and point the laser directly into your eye like this, they cannot crouch the trip or jump over the trip. So that is how you make sure they cannot get past your wires without obviously using any utility to like get over above it, right? So this trip is really good for when a jet or raise satchels and dashes into U-Haul. So I'll play U-Haul, wait, pop the trip, free kill, because they won't be able to even see the trip because the cage blocks off the 2 points and they'll be stuck here, and it is a free kill. I absolutely love getting picks with that one. Next trip I really like to run is this one right here, because this one crosses all of sight. It's on this brown box right here. And this one is good because when they run into this corner or try to get into this little pocket, they get caught by this trip. And even when they tuck behind this box, you'll still be able to spam them. And guys, majority of the time, I like to sit in this smoke right here because it allows me to get picks off of almost all of these tripwires, okay? And I'll just sit in the brim smoke, or if I have to, I'll even throw a cage and wait and shoot people through this, okay? Now more trips right here. Across site, anywhere here is a guaranteed good trip for almost a free kill every single time, right? Good stuff right there. Another trip I like to run is this one on the letter A on the triple box right here. This one is really good because it'll hit wingman. So if wingman comes in, that's my best wingman impression. It'll get hit by this trip and you can just sit in the smoke and kill them, and now they're going to be in a panic because the bomb just got dropped and they're going to have to deal with this trip, and it's going to be annoying for them. Another trip I like to run is anywhere here like this. Anywhere along this like lower line on this staircase works too. It'll catch the people running in. Another trip you can run is anywhere along this like spot right here. When they run in, their head will get caught when they go to run in this site. Really good stuff. Okay, another good trip right here is this is where I use a little bit of game sense. So if the enemy team has a sky, I'm gonna put this trip high, right? So I'll put it literally head level like this. So when the sky dog comes in from short and the raised boombot come in and the fade dogs come in, this trip is a little bit too high, so the dog won't hit this trip. Because if the dog hits the trip, they'll see the ends of it, they'll be able to break it, and it's easy for them to get into sight, right? But if you put this trip high, the util goes underneath it and the enemies will run into it, and you could possibly get a free kill. Now be aware that they can obviously crouch or jump over this trip on this box to get around it. You know what I'm saying? You can use any of these trips at any time, guys. Any variation of these trips at all that you find good to get kills with in your comp games. I will say this: if you get a kill with the trip, move it the next round. If you don't get a kill with that trip, no one walks into it, keep using it until someone does, and then move the trip. And that includes if they break it, instantly swap the trip next round if you want to continue playing here. Okay, now I want to show you guys some stuff you can use for showers. You can put a trip here. This basically means they have no chance of getting through here unless they break this trip, so it's good information to have for your team. It holds control of this map a little bit. And if they constantly break that trip, you can put one even right here on this edge of this. It's kind of hard to land sometimes, but there's a little spot right here, and that makes it a lot harder for them to break. Basically, here's a bonus I like to do to maintain control of showers. I'll literally run up the second the round starts and throw a trip right above that like little like top thing right here. I don't know what that is in the corner, but I'll throw it right above that, so it's perfectly head level, and the enemies basically have no way of getting through this unless they break it. And a lot of the times they'll literally walk up like this. No, since they'll heal the trip, and then you could literally just peek and kill them because they'll be looking for this trip to break it. So if you go peek this every like 5 seconds, you'll low-key catch someone trying to break this trip, and it's really hilarious. Now here's a one way you can use for showers. This is not some like complicated like lineup. Run into this corner, aim your crosshair basically on the edge of like anywhere here, like not close on the right side but more on the left, and it'll bounce off that and it'll land up on this sign anywhere. And now you have free feet to shoot. I know you guys love feet. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. All right, that's pretty much all I have for the A site, besides a few cameras I want to show you guys. Okay, main cameras I like to throw is going to be something up here, because this one a lot of people aren't aware of, and you can see down into the cubby with this one and ping people. So when you play U-Haul, you get all this information, right? But you don't see showers with this one. So oftentimes I'll also run this one because this gets information deep down A short to kind of prevent anyone from lurking, or if they know, you'll get a little bit of an advantage of knowing that they're like trying to lurk up on you pretty early, and you can see towards showers with that one. Okay, and if you want to put both your trips short, oftentimes I'll literally run out and put my camera right here. Yeah, sure, is it basic? Sure, they can see it and easily break it, but if they don't break this camera, you know they're not there. That you know they're not towers, so you can focus on the enemies running up short, right? And you know that's obviously pretending this trip isn't here. You can just have the cam there to hold everything for you. Next cam I like to throw is literally anywhere up on this wall right here. Like you can even throw it higher up on the vent like this, and you basically just get everything you need to know from here. And this one, the enemies have to be a little bit deeper into sight, so it'll be a little bit harder for them to break, and you get some free scans on the people running into sight. Before I show you guys the B site trips, cages, and cams, I want to say if you guys are enjoying the video, if you guys have learned anything, please subscribe. In the near future, I'm going to be working on a Cypher guide for Split, so if you guys want to see that as well, make sure you subscribe so you get a notification when I post that. So here are my favorite trips to run. This one on this door is hilarious to me. You get it to the leftmost as much as possible. It'll go across sight like this, so if anyone tries to push you elbow or anyone tries to run up and plant the spike, they'll get caught by this trip. Most people aren't expecting a trip to be at this angle. Another trip I like to run is the very close one to long like this. Almost impossible for them to break it. They'll have to sit here and like spam the side of this wall right here to break this trip, and you can probably catch people lacking and trying to break that trip if you swing. And if they constantly break that trip right there, I will do this secondary long trip, and I'll make sure the trip goes off to the side like right here. So though, if they see this one isn't there, they'll walk up and then they'll get caught by this one. And obviously guys, just like on A site, if you know they have a sky dog, you know they have fade dogs, put this trip up a little bit higher, they'll be able to crouch underneath it, but that sky dog won't break your trip, because if you're sitting there and depending on these trips to hit to get kills and the sky dog breaks it, you're going to be folded. So make sure you're putting the trips higher or lower depending on what you need to do. Another trip a lot of people like to run is this one right here. It's an extremely basic trip and a lot of Cypher players know about it, but this one is probably the most commonly broken one because people know where it is, but you'll still catch people with that one, you know what I'm saying? And this one's another one of my favorites right here. Is this one catches the entire ground floor of running into the site. Another cheeky trip you can run is doing one way over here like this. So if someone tries to push into this corner right here, they'll get hit by the trip, or they try to push into elbow to kill you. This trip right here catches them as well. And now I want to show you guys some trips for hookah, and this one is probably the best right here, where you aim at the middle of it to the right as much as you can. So as you can see, if someone goes to like jump out this side, they'll get hit by it, or someone jumps out this side, they'll hit their head on it. It's really good. They can technically get past it without getting hit, yes, but a lot of people aren't going to be expecting it. And when a Jet or Raze dashes out or satchels out, it's like a slingshot, and it's kind of hilarious to watch. But otherwise you can do one like this. Works really good as well. Another hookah trip that is really strong, if you're hiding elbow and playing off your trips for kills right here, you move it to the right as much as you can so it gets as much distance as possible on it. This will basically kill the people jumping out of hookah and trying to go clear sight, and you'll be able to get free picks from elbow or even CT off these trips as well. And the last one for the outside of hookah is this one right here. Anywhere here along this whole line right here, so they jump out, they land on it, and they'll get destroyed. But one of the strongest trips in the entire game is this one right here. This is what I call a one-way trip. Is so you can line it up as close as you can to the wall right here on top of this like trim, and the only way to break this trip is to come right here and then spam the wall, and you might be able to break it. Otherwise, you literally have to step into it, hit it to be able to break this trip. So it is super duper strong. They'll have to use some sort of utility to break it. And oftentimes what I'll do is I'll throw a cage right here. And you guys know everyone plays Cypher on bind, and they'll throw their cam right up here or like on top of this lamp to clear this out. If you sit right here, this cam will not see you. So you can literally sit behind this box. The second the trip goes off, pop the cage, and you can spam this person. I get like one or two kills off of that every single time I play this map, because people will run in, try to break the trip, and you'll be able to spam them. And it works out really well. Okay. And a second trip I like to run in hookah is this one, because they're so used to that one being in the game and so used to having to deal with and break that one, that when it's not there, they'll literally just run up and get caught by this one. It's hilarious. And what I do when I played this trip is I'll throw my cam up against this back wall right here, and then I'll throw a cage right here just on the front of hookah, maybe even a little bit more towards you on this side to give you that little play, and wait for the cage to go down and I'll show you guys. So I'll literally sit right here, and the second I see people walking into hookah, I'll get ready, I'll wait, and either when that trip goes off, or if I want to, I'll just peek and into this cage. So if anyone walks into this cage, you'll be able to see them, and they will not be expecting you to peek. They'll just think it's the smoke for hookah. So just walk into it, and then they'll get hit by the trip, and you can kill them for free. And it's really strong. And very similar to that, here's the one way that you can use to crouch and see them. You come into this corner right here, and you aim farther up this way, So you just follow along this path right here, give that a throw, and sometimes you'll miss it, but it's pretty easy to pick up and throw again if you guys mess up. So this one right here, boom, and you can just shoot their feet. They will not be able to see you at all. Literally, look, everyone kind of knows this one. It's really, really basic. But if you do this over and over again, guys, they're just gonna walk into hookah and then spam you, and you're going to die. So only use that once or twice a game. Here are the Cypher cams I like to run for the B site. There's nothing really too complicated. You could throw it along this back wall. You could throw it up here all the way deep, and you can see like all these people running in. You could even throw your cam here if you would like. This one won't see long as well, but you also get info on elbow. So that's depending on if you want that information. And everyone knows this cam right here where you jump up onto this box right here and you aim your cam to the left as possible here. And this one's just super duper strong because you get all the information long. If they're not B, if they're not executing B, you'll know within moments. And similar to that one is sometimes I'll literally run up, jump, and just cam right here, pop this cam, no one's here. There's like a 90% chance they're all going to be A. So whoever's playing B with you, if you have 2 people playing B with you as well, just send them over to A. This is how you hold the flank with Cypher on bind. A lot of people will come over here and they'll crouch point the laser into their eye so people can't get past this trip, right? But a lot of people don't know there's like stuff right here that you can use to jump over this trip. Or someone will then put their trip right over here. But you can just step on this barrel and jump over this trip as well. So what you want to do, the best trip, top of this staircase right here, and you just crouch, point the laser in your eye so there's no way for them to jump over it or crouch underneath it. And now you're set to go. And the trip for this side over here is you crouch anywhere here, point the laser in your eye, and then you're good to go. Really good stuff, really simple to do, and now they can't get past it unless they satchel, updraft, TP past it. You know what I'm talking about. All the Cypher mains know. Tips for attacking on bind. Here's how you get showers control really easily. The second the barrier drops, follow your cam, run up, and aim your crosshair right here at the corner of this wall. And obviously right after you throw the cam, dip into cover right here so you can't be seen, and you can clear out anyone peeking that corner right there and anyone just on the left side in general. And then you can, by doing this so early, they will not be able to cross to the right side, so you get all of this control right away. And if they don't break this cam, they're not there, and you can scale up. And then all you have to do is when you're walking up here, you don't have to clear right at all. You can just focus on this corner if someone re-peeks it, or this left corner right here, and you can just keep popping your cam to make sure no one crosses in on you. But you just got to make sure you clear out this left corner. Very uncommon for players to just sit in that corner, but I'm just letting y'all know so you don't get caught off guard. Second that round starts, you can literally just throw your cam up on this wall, pop it, and now if someone tries to cross into this left corner, you would have seen them. There's no way for them to get into that corner without you seeing them if you throw and pop your cam instantly. So really strong stuff. And you can check to see if they're opping on that top truck angle, on that little like tight angle there. And if anyone's peeking these close angles, you will know instantly. And something else I like to do is sometimes I'll save my camera and then I'll throw it up here and use it to clear this corner. And this allows you to see over the smokes and back truck and ping these people before your team even throws their smokes down. You'll be like, all right, well, Brim's triple, and you'll be able to call that out to your team and get free information like that. Another situation is you can run up hookah, make sure you jiggle peek this initial angle right here so you don't die, and then jump, jiggle, throw your cam, left, right, boom. Only spot that can't be cleared is right there. And sometimes some kid will be very, 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 very crafty and once in a while sit in this corner. So be aware of that when you like jiggle peek and jump up and try to throw this cam. But this allows you to basically eliminate all of these angles, so you only have to worry about peeking this one and then peeking this one. And for long, same thing goes. Right when the barrier drops, pop your camera on this piece of metal, pop your cam. They can't get to the left side of long now without you knowing. And something else I want to show you guys is when the enemy team has a sky and they throw the flash down B long every single round for information. Y'all know everyone does that. What I do is the second the round starts, I'll run up, throw a cage right here, and stand behind the cage like this. If you stand in the cage, the sky flash might be high enough to hit you, but you stand right here, let the sky flash pop, then you shift walk up, and then you could swing out long when they're trying to grab this orb and get a free kill. I've done this a numerous amount of times and pissed people off because they cannot hear that cage from long. So they pop the flash. They're like, oh, no one's here. Orb's free. You're there, buddy. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/CaMbCaMb. So if you guys want to see me playing Cypher live using these setups and these cages and these cams live, check out my stream at twitch.tv/CaMbCaMb. I stream every single day at 11 a.m. CST. So come check me out.